Pandita Padmini, for now you come on there. Put on your angocha. Pandita Liani, put on your angocha and come sit there. Put your palms together, everybody. Oh God, take away our challenges as we manage humanity through Arya Samaj, Sanatan Dharam, and all Hindu organizations. Pandita Nicole, go and sit on stage. And Ajay, I want a nice picture taken. Take away our challenges, O God, and give unto us all the inspirations, whereby, like true Brahmanas, we reach out to people at large. Very nice. Bhai Balaramji, raise your hand for me. Bhai Balaramji, I personally thank you. Bhai Balaramji, raise your hand for me, please. I thought I saw him. Yes. I thank you and the entire USF for making this possible. Naro and everybody else. Put your palms, everybody. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yat Bhadram Tanna Asuva Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asi Sadadhara Prithivim Nyamutema Asmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Ya Atmada Baladayasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityuh Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Hidraja Jagato Babhuva Yaishe Asya Dvipadashchatushpadaha Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Yena Dyaurukra Prithvi Chatridha Yena Swaha Sabhitam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Prajapate Natvadetanyo Vishvajatani Paritavabhuva Yatkamaste Juhumastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorayina Om Sano Bandhurjanita Savidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritamanashana Tritiye Dhaman Adherayanta Om Agne Naya Supathayasma Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidva Yuyodhyasma Juhuranameno Bhuyisthante Namauktim Vidhema Namauktim Vidhema Namauktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Put your palms and say Namaste to the person on your right and Namaste to the person on your left. Children, Namaste to the person on your left. Namaste to the person on your right. Pandits, if I may graciously ask you, can you please report to your seats? Thank you very much. Give Mataji a chair. Bhai Krishan, please use your powers, and Bahin Jamie, help us seat all those who are coming. Give them comfortable seats. These are the Devis and Devatas that we worship here today. इन्हीं देवी देवताओं की हम पूजा करते माने सम्मान करते हैं. There's a program coming your way. It might not be totally exact. Thank you all very much. Pandita Sunita was scheduled to be the MC for today, but unfortunately, she couldn't come to participate in the rehearsal, so she doesn't quite know the program. So unwillingly, I'm taking up this responsibility. As you know, these days I yield to everyone else because I'm getting ready to move on to Guyana. But all of you will permit me, and I ask for forgiveness that I'm taking the program. This program was brought together because there's a day in Gurukula and also in other branches of the Arya Samaj, especially in Guyana too. There's a day called Bal Divas, a Children's Day program. And today we are organizing this as a Samman Divas. Samman Divas. Today is an honoring day where we honor our leaders, our mothers, our fathers, and more so our children. Today, children, if you watch the heading, boys, can you take off some of the lights so that the audience can see? As you notice, this is our first ever Samman Divas. Siko, take off some of the lights. Some. We welcome you to this first Samman honoring day, Samman Divas. Yes, that's fine. Today, our youngsters, your children, will be focusing on the Vedic Hindu New Year 2079 and the 147th. It depends on how you're counting. This is the end of the 147th and the beginning of the 148th Foundation Day of the Arya Samaj. To begin the program, I first invite our daughter, Kavita Gaurinath. Come take this mic. And Dada Jagdish, please be next to me, to take this mic and to tell us something about the new year. सकल संसार में जो श्रेष्ठतम आदर्श मंगल में सजी धरती खिले उपवन सखद मौसम यही कहते तुम्हें प्रिय चैत्र शुक्ला प्रतिपदा नववर्ष मंगल में. Read it with me, everybody. This March, April month always gives us the new year that brings us an auspicious new joy.
This Indian New Year represents a supreme, most auspicious ideal in the whole world. At this time, we see a beautified earth, blossoming gardens, and a pleasant spring season. And they all say this.
What?
We wish all of you a happy new year on this first day of the bright fortnight of the Chaitra month.
Kavita Gaurinath. Keep yours.
Namaste.
On the lights, children.
Namaste, my name is Kavita. As Guruji mentioned, today we are celebrating the Indian New Year 2079. New Year is one of the world's oldest celebrated holidays. Mankind has been involved in this celebration since time immemorial. According to the Elizabethan era, we are in April of 2022. However, for those of us who are Aryas and Hindus, today is the first day of 2079, according to the era of King Vikram. Still, most of us Aryas and Hindus fail to acknowledge the Indian New Year. However, most of us Aryas and Hindus fail to acknowledge the Indian New Year. It is not only essential, but fundamental that we celebrate the Indian New Year to both honor and preserve the roots of our Hindu culture. However, by saying celebrate, I do not mean to say that wishing your friends and family and loved ones a Happy New Year is enough. This is because oftentimes many people fail to understand the true meaning of a new year. Some people consider the new year to be an important day because of the word new. In the materialistic and superficial world we live in, it is no surprise that people always give attention and importance to new things in life. By celebrating the new year, people feel a sense of achievement. So these individuals engage in frivolous activities to reward themselves for a year well done. But upon the arrival of a new year, we should all take a moment to reflect on our actions from the previous year, and we should ask ourselves, what is the true purpose of celebrating New Year's year after year again? The New Year is not just about celebrations and resolutions, it's more than what meets the eye. There is a great need for all of us to uncover the hidden truth behind the New Year celebration and live accordingly. One of the advantages of celebrating the New Year is the fact that we wipe the slate of our mind clean and begin all over again, or even continue with a fresh slate. In this sense, the arrival of a new year symbolizes motivation for many new beginnings or even a changed course of path. Another advantage is the possibility of becoming happier and healthier as we tend to focus on a mental reset. In general, the biggest takeaway from this message is that the arrival of a new year does not necessarily change our outlook on life. But it is worth mentioning that by reflecting on the past year, we can refocus our principles and priorities for the new year, which will help us find our true purpose in life by changing the way we think and what we think about. The new year is an annual opportunity to alter our mindsets, believe that we can change, and become better versions of ourselves. The last point I would like to make, mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters, is that in ancient times, when a new year came by, on the day of the new year, people would do hawan with newly harvested grains. In India right now, the wheat crop is being harvested, and it is with these grains our ancient Aryas used to do hawan. We too, in North America, can also do the same kind of hawan with any newly harvested grains. I wish everyone a happy Indian New Year 2079.
Give her a round of applause. I now ask thank you, Kavita. I now ask our daughter, Pandita Amrita, to give us, because our program is long, I am shortening all the presentations because I don't want to keep you beyond 9 o'clock. So I'm asking Pandita Amrita to sing two songs of a New Year song, two verses of a New Year song taken from the new bhajan book called Apne Geet. Amrita will be accompanied on the dholak by her brother. Naveen is here, Kaviraj is here. They will all share in dholak and in tabla. Go, Amrita.
नया साल आया, नया साल आया, नया साल आया। नया साल आया, नया साल आया, नया साल आया, नया साल आया। हंसी व खुशी का समय साथ लाया, नया साल आया, नया साल आया।
Give her a round of applause, everybody. Thank you, Beti Pandita Amrita. Now, brothers and sisters, as we said, we are here to celebrate the Vedic Hindu New Year 2079. And in addition to that, we are also focusing on the 147th or 148th, however you want to count, year foundation day of the Arya Samaj. We now invite on stage someone who is representing Rishi Dayanand. His name is Miteshwar. Take off the lights, boys. Stage managers, can you put the children on stage? Hold a minute. Let us have the initial efforts. Those of you, 7 of you, who are reading the initial efforts to establish the Arya Samaj. Please go up on stage very quickly and in ordered manner. Dada Jagdish, provide a mic, which they will pass down. You take my mic, Dada Jagdish, and do your introduction. Okay, go ahead.
Number 1.
Before the Arya Samaj was established in 1875, quite a few efforts were made, but they failed. Some of those efforts were, and here you have them.
Number 1. In June 1872, while he was in a city called Ara in Bihar, Swami Dayananda had established a society to promote reform, but after a couple of meetings, the society stopped functioning.
When he was in Calcutta from December 16, 1872 to April 1, 1873, the Swami saw the impressive organization of the Keshav Chandra Sen and the Brahmo Samaj.
Swami Dayanand arrived in Bombay on October 26, 1874. About 1 month later, about 60 people held meetings between November 24th and 30th, 1874, and subsequently handed over a signed petition to Swamiji to have a Samaj formed. Swamiji agreed to frame a set of rules and promised that he would support the society by coming to Bombay occasionally to deliver lectures.
In December 1874, the Swami went to Ahmedabad. Many people in that city were impressed by his lectures. Leaders of the local Prarthana Samaj invited him to be the principal speaker at their annual festival. According to newspaper reports, the Swami had suggested in his speech that Hinduism in its contemporary sorry state could be significantly helped with the establishment of an Arya Samaj and a Vedic school. Thoughtful people, however, felt that even though the establishment of an Arya Samaj was indeed a great idea, people were still too steeped in their old caste customs and prejudices and were not ready to support such a venture. It was the Rishi's hope that a seed would be planted that could one day germinate.
Number 5.
Put your mask down.
In January 1875, Rishi Dayananda visited Rajkot, the land of his birth. A local branch of the Prarthana Samaj had been established in the city 2 years earlier. The people of this young local Samaj, intellectually inclined as they were, did not have strong theological convictions.
Number 6. Rishi Dayanand returned to Bombay on January 29, 1875. On his return, the effort to establish a Samaj again gathered momentum, and on February 17th, approximately 100 people held an important meeting in an area in southern Bombay and formed a committee to look into framing rules for the Samaj. However, they suffered from a lack of moral courage and also from fear of retaliation from orthodoxy, and eventually, even this effort came to an end. Namaste.
Give them a round of applause. You may kindly come out. We are now ready for the... Look at that picture over there, everybody, on your extreme right, your right, look, there's a picture of Swami Dayananda standing there. And that's a picture of April the 10th, 1875. It was a Saturday, like today. The decision to form the Samaj was taken on April the 7th. And the actual establishment of the Samaj took place on April 10th. And so there's a little problem in determining which day the Samaj was established. Some people up to now claim it's the 7th, and other people claim it's the 10th. The truth is, the decision to establish the Samaj was taken on Wednesday, April the 7th, and the actual act of establishing the Samaj was done on April the 10th. Stage managers, bring up the children. Swami Dayananda, come up. Give him a chair. We welcome Pandit Bhaya. He's, along with Leon, Pandit Bhaya is filming this program to put on TV. Leon will put it on his newscast on Facebook.
Here.
Those of you who have your phone cameras, if you wish, you may take a picture. No. May take a picture and you may put it on Facebook, because I can't do all the posting, and tell people we tried to reenact the formation, the historical fact of the formation of the Samaj that took place on April 10th, 1875. Petitioner.
Namaste Swamiji. We gather here today to humbly ask you to create an Arya Samaj, one that is different in ideology from the Brahmo Samaj and the Prarthana Samaj, one that is more in tune with the teachings of the Vedas.
Swamiji, please stand and face the people them who are witnessing the fact that the Samaj will now be established.
My dear Aryas, if you can achieve something good for humanity through a Samaj, then by all means, establish a Samaj. I will not stand in your way. But if you do not organize it properly, there will be many challenges in the future. As for me, I will instruct you the way I teach others, and this much you should keep in mind, that the religion I teach is not new, and I don't know everything. Therefore, if in future any error of mine should be discovered after rational examination, then set it right. If you do not act that way, then this Samaj too will later on become just another sect. The people of this country have unfortunately made the Guru's word the touchstone of truth, and have thus fostered deep-seated prejudices. And all this has made people blind to the real religion, caused quarrels, and destroyed valid forms of knowledge. As a result, many sectarian divisions have sprung up in India. Right now, India has sunk itself in a most sorry state. And this Samaj too can grow into becoming just another sect. My firm opinion is as follows. If all sectarian belief systems in India acknowledge the Vedas, then all these river-like sects will reunite in the endless ocean of Vedic wisdom, and the unity of Dharma will come about. From that unity of Dharma, we will have social and economic reform, arts, crafts, and other human endeavors will improve as desired, and man's life will find fulfillment. By the power of that Dharma, people will embody values, economic as well as spiritual, and they will ultimately achieve the supreme value of moksha.
If you feel happy, give them a round of applause. If you wish, I'll permit you as he comes down to snap a picture of him and put it on Facebook. We welcome the honored presence of Karmacharya Bhai Vijay Ramjatan. You may graciously come off. You come off first, and then the stage managers will put them back in their seating positions. Slowly. Put your palms like this and go down slowly. All those who want to take a picture of him may do so. Walk down slowly. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Slowly. Amrita will sing her second song, Jab Bharat Ki Phulwari Par. When stormy winds and darkness had pervaded the plateau of India, in the midst of all of that darkness, someone kindled the torch of some kind of knowledge. Raju. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. All those children who played their Majira earlier, come up on stage quickly. Bring your Majira and come up on stage. Very quickly. Very quickly. All those children who played Majira, we are a bit disorganized, do forgive us. It took a long time to put this together and it's still not perfect, but please bear with us. 2, 4.
जब भारत की फुलवारी पर जब भारत की फुलवारी पर तूफानी बादल छाया था, तब दयानंद स्वामी ने तत्का अमर दिया दमकाया था। जब भारत की फुलवारी पर तूफानी बादल छाया था, तब दयानंद स्वामी तत्का अमर दिया दमकाया था। स्वामी दयानंद ऋषि दयानंद, स्वामी दयानंद ऋषि दयानंद।
something? Read your introduction, Deva. Stage managers, we ready for the constitution of the Arya Samaj?
Namaste, everyone, fathers and mothers. When the Arya Samaj was formally launched on April 10, 1875, 28 bylaws were adopted as the Constitution. Some of those bylaws will be read by some of the children. And they are...
Bylaws, children step up and stage managers. Stand in the order for which you were prepared. Get the mic ready. Stand that the entire audience may see you all together. Mic number 1, Aditya.
Number 1. The Arya Samaj is necessary for the good of all people.
Number 2. In this Arya Samaj, the Vedas alone shall be considered as primary authority, independent of any text. For purposes of an understanding of the Vedas and Arya history, the following books shall be considered as secondary authority: the Brahmanas books, the Vedic limbs and sublimbs, the Upa-Veda books, the Darshana and Shakha books.
Number 3. Books that are in conformity with the Vedas shall be kept in the Arya Samaj library for the propagation of truth. Magazines and periodicals shall be published and disseminated among people at large.
Those people shall be enrolled as members of the Samaj who are truthful, upright, of good conduct, and concerned with the welfare of mankind.
Number 5. Whatever free time a Samaj member gets after having discharged his family responsibilities shall be devoted to the uplift of the Samaj. Furthermore, a person free of family obligation shall work incessantly for the progress of the Samaj. He shouldn't dedicate his energies elsewhere.
Number 6. Every Sunday, the President, Secretary, and other members of the Samaj shall congregate in the Samaj hall for a satsang. They shall give this satsang activity precedence over all other activities.
Number 7. Throughout the duration of this satsang, all congregants shall remain calm in mind and, in a spirit of love without prejudice, shall converse with each other, asking questions and receiving answers. They shall then sing songs with musical accompaniment. These songs shall focus on God, true dharma, true morality, and the teachings of truth. Then there shall be a pravachan discourse. After this, there shall be more musically intoned songs with explanations and other items in succession.
Number 8. Each member shall cheerfully contribute 1% of his honest earnings to the Samaj treasury for the maintenance of the Samaj, its school, and its publications. The more one contributes, the greater shall be the reward.
Number 9. A member shall be recognized, honored, and encouraged for the efforts he makes for the promotion of these Samaj projects and causes.
In this Samaj, everyone shall praise, pray to, and commune with God in the manner prescribed in the Vedas. In praising God, the Samaj members shall glorify his qualities. In praying to him, they shall ask for his help in all righteous work. In communion with him, they shall be absorbed in his blissful nature.
Number 11. In this Samaj, all yajna and sanskar ceremonies, including funeral rites, shall be performed according to Vedic rites.
In the Arya school, Students shall be taught the Vedas and other ancient books written by the rishis.
In this Samaj, efforts shall be made for two kinds of reform in the country, spiritual and social. Reform in these two areas shall lead to the purification and uplift the whole world. Number 14. From time to time, this Samaj shall send its most excellent scholars to all parts of the country and the world to preach the principles of truth.
Number 15. For the sake of mutual affection, the President and all members shall shed all arrogance, stubbornness, hatred, anger, and other such vices, and free from animosity and pure in the heart. They shall love one another as much as they love themselves.
Number 16. When deliberating on a subject, decisions shall be made with justice and with careful consideration of the well-being of all. No one should act against them. This is the way to rise above bias.
Number 17. Anyone whose conduct is in accord with these above-mentioned principles, who is righteous and filled with virtues, shall be elevated to a position of leadership in the Samaj, whereas anyone who is otherwise shall remain an ordinary member.
Number 18. Whenever there is a wedding, childbirth, good fortune, death, or any other occasion, and a family wishes to make a donation, they shall send that donation to the Arya Samaj. There is no act more meritorious than giving such gifts. Samaj members should always bear this in mind.
I think you owe them something. While the students who will do the 10 principles are coming up, let me tell you, these 28 principles adopted by the Arya Samaj on April 10th, 1875, were later condensed into 10 niyams or principles, and it was done by the leaders of the Arya Samaj branch in Lahore, which was then a part of India, and which today is a part of Pakistan. There are 10 people who will do the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj. Those who are the 10 people, would you please come up? Leani, do we have 10 people there? The 10 principles of the Arya Samaj, many of us know them, but for the purposes of this program, the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj are, and I would like you to listen to them very carefully. Number 1.
Principle number 1. God is primary.
God is the primary cause.
God is the primary cause of all spiritual and physical sciences and of everything known through their means.
Principle number 2. God is existent, intelligent, and blissful. He is formless, omnipotent, just, kind, unborn, endless, unchangeable, beginningless, unequaled, the support of all, the Lord of all, omnipresent, immanent, unaging, immortal, fearless, eternal, holy, and the creator of the universe. He alone should be communed with.
Principle 3. Ved is the scripture of all true knowledge. Reading, teaching, hearing, and reciting the Ved is the first duty of all mankind.
Principle number 4. One should always be prepared to accept truth and reject falsehood.
Principle number 5. All work should be done in keeping with righteousness. That is, after due reflection over right and wrong.
Principle number 6. To do good to the whole world is the main object of this Samaj. That is, to improve the physical, spiritual, and social states of human experience.
Principle number 7. One should have dealings with all in accordance with love, law, and propriety.
The 8th principle of the Arya Samaj. We should always promote knowledge and dispel ignorance.
Principle number 9. No one should remain content with his or her own prosperity. Individual prosperity should be considered in the prosperity of all.
Principle number 10.
everyone should be bound in the following altruistic social rules. However, in matters dealing with personal welfare, let all be free. Namaste.
Give them a round of applause. Gently come off quickly. Children, put on the projector. Put on the projector. Kaviraj will play this one. After that, we'll have Naveen. Naveen, would you come forward and play this one, please? Bring your drum. All the Majira children, come up on stage quickly. Quickly. Padmini, Leani, Usha, Majira. On notice is Pandit Kamta of Arya Samaj USA. Pandit Kamta, can you come up on stage? He will do a few chantings. Pandit Kamta. Hold a minute. Boys, we can see the screen. Siko, Avinash, we cannot see in the screen. We cannot see the screen. After Pandit Kamta will have chanted, we will have Pandit Neeraj chanting for us from Arya Spiritual Center. Pandit Neeraj, come sit on the stage, please. 2, 4.
सब सत्य और पदार्थ विद्या से जगत जो जानता ईश्वर सभी का आदि कारण यह नियम पहला बना.
In essence, the first principle is saying God is the primary source of all knowledge, meaning the knowledge you and I possess, you are not the source of that knowledge. It came from a higher source. Don't be arrogant and don't be ostentatious about the little you know. And He's the source of all objects, the house, the land, the car, the money. You're not the source. He's the source. Go back again. 2, 4.
सब सत्य और पदार्थ विद्या से जगत जो जानता ईश्वर सभी का आदि कारण यह नियम पहला बना वह सच्चिदानंद दा बना जन्मादि जिसके होयना भगवान एक उपासना दूसर नियम यह जानना.
And when we talk of God, let's understand that He exists. He's not a phantom. And He's endlessly conscious. You and I are conscious. But there are limitations to our consciousness and knowledge. And He's filled with bliss when we have none. And we need to go the way we go to our mom for food. We go to our universal mother for joy and bliss. And so He alone should be worshipped.
रित सत्य के निधि वेद का पढ़ना नियमति सर भया सब काल उद्यत होइयो सबके ग्रहण चौथा नया.
And He didn't give His knowledge halfway in the creation. He gave His knowledge at the very beginning when the first human beings were born asexually. He gave them knowledge that they could have used all the arts and sciences and the skills taught in that knowledge to begin turning the wheels of human civilization. And for this knowledge to be truly applied, it becomes obligatory for me, for you, and for everyone to study and teach this wisdom. And that becomes our paramount duty. And while we do that, we must be honestly ready to accept anything that is truthful and not embrace anything that does not submit to truth.
धर्मानुसार विचार करना, यह नियम पंचम बना, संसार का उपकार ही उद्देश्य यह छठवा सुना.
And while we spread knowledge, watch out, let's regulate our behavior, that it can be in alliance with Dharma. And as you do that, O Arya Samaj, O Sanatan Dharma, O Christianity, O Islam, O everybody, let's all pool our resources to improve conditions in society.
शुभ विश्व ने सतम नियम, जग में सदा व्यवहारना, अष्टम नियम विद्या बढ़ा, दूरीकरण अज्ञानना.
And don't forget, treat your neighbor. Treat your fellow human beings. Even treat animals with due regard to their merits. And also don't forget, your task, your principal task while you live is to disseminate knowledge and to remove ignorance.
सबकी भलाई में भलाई, आपनों पहिचानना, और सर्वहितकारी नियम, परतंत्रता नवमादसा, परतंत्रता नवमादसा, परतंत्रता नवमादसा.
And see your progress in the progress of others. If others make progress, you are making progress. And while you make progress and others don't, then your progress does not really amount to progress. And one last ethic: follow all the social rules that come together for the betterment of mankind. But you must always feel free to act in matters of personal interest. Give the whole hall a big round of applause. Again, we thank our brother Leon Susaran and Pandit Bhaya. They're recording this program. Our brother Leon will put it on his nightly news. He has a regular program on Facebook, and Pandit Bhaya has a TV program. And right now, this program is also being disseminated and broadcast on YouTube. If somebody has not seen it from where they are, they can go tomorrow. The following day is permanently present in YouTube, and you will see it there. I now invite Pandit Kamta. I think he has somebody with him. Are you playing for Pandit Kamta? Yes. Please go there. Tell me your name, son. Sorry? Avin. Oh, you're Avin. Oh my God, Avinash. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. Is your dad here? Bye, Devanand. We thank you for coming. Okay. Avinash will be playing for Pandit Kamta. I'm very happy to see you here, Avinash. I think he took off specially to come here. God bless you, Avi. And Pandit Kamta, it's now over to you. After that, on notice is Pandit Neeraj of the Arya Spiritual Center. Bhai Balaram, if there's a second item from our Samaj USA, please let me know. Bhai Krishan, find out if there's a second item. Go, Pandit Kamta ji.
Dhanyabad.
Call him. Bronx, come please. Bronx.
My greetings to all of you for being here today and to organize this program. And also my gratitude to the Maharishi Dayananda Gurukula for this wonderful experience of today's presentation of youths. Rishi Dayananda, as was told to us all the time so far this evening, had many discourses among ordinary citizens of India and also very great prominent individuals. And one question came up as to how they should address God. And how should we address God in a Vedic perspective? And so I have here two dohan, two chaupai, which briefly gave his idea of how we should really address God and regard Him. Om ek akshar parama sarveshwar jagadisho Swami sarveshwar jagadish udgata tehi gavahi dhyavahi sakal munish guru Vardayanand ki jai. Is all the sages chant and meditate on this monosyllable Om, the name of the Supreme Father. O Sarva Veda Jehi Adad Karehi Nara Japi Kahi Vegi Bhav Tarehi Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Tehi Urudarat Tehi Brahmachari Om Nana Mahima Ati Bhari Om Prabhu Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Prabhu Om Prabhu Om Prabhu Prabhu Om Prabhu. He says all the Vedas respect this name, and any godly person meditate on this name overcomes pain. People walk on the path of Brahmacharya with this name in their heart. And Brahmacharya means discipline. Can also mean discipline. You can only carry yourself in a disciplined way with God in your heart. And it says in the next Chopai, Nika naam bahut Prabhu keri Nika naam bahut Prabhu keri Om Mukaya Gun Naam Dhani Nika naam bahut Prabhu keri. Raksha karta sakala jagati Raksha karta sakala jagati Takaho maka bhat sabateri Jayom Prabhu Jayom Tara Jayom Prabhu, Jayom Jayom Prabhu, Jayom Prabhu, Jayom Jayom Prabhu, Jayom Jayom Prabhu. said God has many names. Om is his principal name because he protects us. And finally it says, Ta sunit pratnehi kari tajahu adharma bhuvalo Swami tajahu adharma bhuva Karahu dharma nishijyota sabha Tajahu sakala janjat puri Vardayananda ki jai Yogeshwar Krishna Chandra ki jai Siya Bhaj Rama Chandra ki jai. Therefore, O devotees, give up confusion and sin, love God daily through his name, and be righteous day and night. Om Shanti.
We all owe him a big round of applause. Bhai Balaram, you have all the resources to have a beautiful yajna in your mandir. Please have one and invite all of us to come to drink from that fount that will open up in your mandir. Thank you so much, Pandit Kamta. I heard you in Guyana, but I'm hearing you better here. Give him another round of applause. Now we'll have Pandit Neeraj. Jago, say that. And now we will have Pandit Neeraj to perform for us. He wants to play. He wants you to play for you. Kaviraj, is this your tabla teacher? Very nice. Who else is sitting here who is being taught by Pandita Bhaya Vinash? Raise your hand. Aren't you being taught by him, Aditya? But could you please raise your hand? Oh, jeez. Raise your hand up, Aditya. Stand up. Look at the audience. Say, mother, turn around. Say, mothers and fathers. They're not hearing you. Here it is. Mothers and fathers.
Mothers and fathers. I'm being taught by my elder brother, by Avinash.
Namaste, everyone. Today I'll be singing a bhajan named Jagane Jagatako Dayananda Ai.
That Rishi Dayananda came to wake up the world.
Correct. This bhajan was written by Professor Hari Shankar Adesh. And please forgive me if I make any mistakes. I'm getting over a bit of a cold, so. Jagane jagat ko dayanand aaye Jagane jagat ko dayanand aaye Jilane nikat ko dayanand aaye Jilane nikat ko dayanand aaye Dayanand aaye, Dayanand aaye, Jagane jagat ko Dayanand aaye. हुए अस्तम में विबल वेद वेद्या हुए अस्तम में विमल वेद वेद्या गिरि हर तरफ नास्तिका अवेद्या गिरि हर तरफ नास्तिका अवेद्या लिए वेद का रवि दयानंद आए जगाने जगत को दयानंद
कोश अनगिन दिया सुख जगत को कहे कोश अनगिन दिया सुख जगत को किया सत्य ज्योति मिटाए असत्य को किया सत्य ज्योति मिटाए असत्य को नई प्राण दे सर्व दयानंद आए सदाने जगत को दयानंद आए दयानंद आए दयानंद आए सदाने जगत को दयानंद आए मिले जब प्रभु से जली दीपमाला मिले जब प्रभु से जली दीपमाला स्वयं दीप ने जल किया जग उजाला स्वयं दीप ने जल किया जग उजाला पिया खुद जहर ले तुदानंद आए जगाने जगत
By Kishan, you and Jamie come.
आनंद आए जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए जीवाने मृतक को दयानंद आए दयानंद आए दयानंद आए जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए दयानंद आए दयानंद आए
That was classic. Give him another big round of applause. Very, very nice. Now, audience, my children, if you don't mind, the program is at its peak right now, and I wouldn't like our audience to feel that they have been held in captivity, so I don't want to run the program too long. If you all don't mind, may I raise your hand if you would allow me? May I take some items off the program? Raise your hand if you will agree with me. Would you feel hurt? Put your hand up if you'll feel hurt. The audience, they're quite. The program kind of got a bit top heavy. Give our son Avinash and our son Niraj another big round. All right. We love to be to embrace our brothers and sisters who come from the outside, but they're part here. Arya Samaj USA, Arya Samaj Bronx has one item. Bahinsati and the other Samaj. Arya Samaj Bronx has one item. Who? Pallavi. Is Pallavi? Oh, that's the child from Hillside Arya Samaj. Pallavi from Hillside Arya Samaj, come up. And Bhai Dayan Devnarayan from the Bronx Arya Samaj, would you please come up? Yes. Go Bhai Dayan Devnarayan. Pallavi from Arya Samaj, Hillside, please come up. Okay, I understand. Leonie, come forward, please.
जीवन जिसने दूर किया पापों का घोर अंधेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, जीवन जिसने दूर किया पापों का घोर अंधेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा। मथुरा नगरी से उदय हुआ गुरु विरजानंद का चेला, गुरुदेव दयानंद मेरा, गुरुदेव दयानंद मेरा, गुरुदेव दयानंद मेरा, गुरुदेव दयानंद। प्राणों के साथ निभाया, प्राणों के साथ निभाया, और परोपकार ही मैं जिसमें अपना सर्वस्व लुटाया, अपना सर्वस्व लुटाया। सांझ सवेरा, गुरुदेव दयानंद मेरा, गुरुदेव दयानंद मेरा। जहाँ छुआछूत और भेदभाव के लाखों थे मतवाले, लाखों थे मतवाले, जो भोली भाली जनता को दिखते थी विषघर काले, विषघर काले। मस्त सवेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद। नगरी से उदय हुआ गुरु विरजानंद के चेला, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा, ऋषिदेव दयानंद मेरा।
Well sung. Give him a louder round of applause, everybody. Very nice. Every human being on the face of this earth has a contribution to make society better, each according to his background, his information, and his training and his skills. Give Bhai Dayan Narayan another round of applause. Thank you very much. We welcome the honored presence of Brahmachari Swami Yogeshwaranand, and we thank him for being here. Dr. Nicole, come across here for a minute, please. Now, we will have the 4 children from Schenectady come up on stage quickly. Dada Jagdish, give them a mic, please. Sid, can you come over here for a minute and bring Aryavir?
Namaste. My name is Chaitan Lachman. History shows numerous instances of well-established civilizations declining and ultimately dying away. Names like Inca, Aztec, Maya, Persia, Greece, Rome, Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, and Mesopotamia come to mind. They were all thriving civilizations, but they came and went. India, as a civilization, continues more or less in its original culture over an unbroken period of thousands of years, as recorded in history. A vast majority of people, scholars and laymen, friends and foes, acknowledge in one voice that Hinduism is the most ancient among religions and that the Vedas are the most ancient among scriptures. Such an acknowledgement speaks volumes for the uniqueness, glory, and resilience of this Dharma that has remained alive, flourishing and dynamic through centuries, even under most unfavorable skies. And when it looked like dark, thundering clouds were hovering over Indian religion and culture in the 19th century, signaling decadent times, Dayananda came, initiated a spiritual and social renaissance, and revitalized Indian civilization, reaffirming our connections with our ancient past that extended to the Vedas. These Vedas are not mere religious books, but are symbols of our permanence and of our highest achievements in the fields of spirituality and science. In assessing Dayananda Saraswati, historians call him the Maharishi of the Vedas, a man of deep Vedic insight. They tell a story of how, in a staunch and consistent way, he championed and propagated values rooted in India's traditional knowledge, and further, they record and bear witness to the exceptional success he had. They finally testify that his relentless crusade helped to save Indian civilization at a crucial time of crisis in this country's long, checkered history. Thank you and namaste.
Namaste. My name is Sachin Lachman. In the 19th century, and even during ages before that, Hindu society came to be fragmented into innumerable, irreconcilable sects, each owing allegiance to its own form and name of God, its own guru, its own method of worship, its own form of salutation, and its own scripture. This discordant incompatibility caused Hinduism to present itself as a house divided against itself. Dayananda came, saw, and analyzed the scenario and identified the cause for such a disaster. As a solution response, the Rishi gave a clarion call to reestablish the supremacy of the Vedas. He thought of giving India one common scripture, one common religious culture, one common salutation, and one common method of worship to neutralize the overabundance of religious schools and faiths, and thereby unify the people of India. A study will show that every sect or religious book paid the highest obeisance to the Vedas and regarded them as supreme authority. Dayananda advocated for the Vedas to be the common constitution under which the entire Hindu commonwealth must live and act. These Vedas, he taught, were authorities in their own right, and in coming to cherish that view, the Rishi had to pursue some 3,000 scripture texts, beginning from the Rig Veda and ending in the Purva Mimamsa. He posited that throughout the ages, Hindus in general showed undivided allegiance to the Vedas and stood firm under their common banner. The only problem was that medieval commentators interpreted the Veda to make Hindus look like uneducated worshippers of various aspects of nature, like fire, thunder, sky, rain, sun, trees, mountains, and etc. With the passage of time, gurus of each different sect, even though they continued to hold the Veda in high esteem, began compiling scriptures of their own in different regional languages to respond to the needs
of their own community. India now had multiple gods, multiple scriptures, multiple salutations, multiple methods of worship, and all of this was compounded by multiple languages and multiple castes and subcastes. Ignorance of truth was pervasive, and as a result, confusion reigned. Dayanand's difficult task was to shed light on all these post-Vedic developments and bring humanity back to the original path, as a result of which a large number of illustrious figures of the Renaissance and pre-independence era paid profound obeisance to the Rishi. One of them. Thank you, namaste.
Namaste. My name is Chasen Lachman. The contribution that Dayanand made towards saving Indian civilization can be measured against the fact that for centuries, since the time of Muhammad of Ghazni, Indians were politically, socially, and religiously enslaved. For Ghazni had first invaded their country in 1001 AD, and after 16 additional attacks, he had plundered their famous Somnath temple in 1025 AD. The result was that Indians felt a high sense of being inferior to invading nations. Dayanand felt that it was his task to create a psychological shock revolution, a mental earthquake to shake the minds of millions of Indians out of their sense of low self-esteem and apologetic behavior for all things Indian. Christian missionaries and British administrative officials had made Indians feel that their language, civilization, and culture were of inferior value. And so, as a people, Indians had at one time lost their soul. Even though, in reality, Indian philosophy and culture were like the brilliant midday sun. Still, Indians were begging for light from Western civilization and philosophy. With the coming of Dayanand, however, the dazzling illusion of Western civilization started losing its sheen, and, uplifted in a surge of tremendous self-confidence, the Indian masses started reclaiming their lost soul. Unlike contemporary Renaissance reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Keshav Chandra Sen of the Brahmo Samaj, Dayanand was a thundering controversialist who responded to fierce attacks of Christian missionaries on Hinduism with his equally crushing blows. He challenged the foreign missionaries to come forward and defend their very beliefs. The Rishi believed that in most cases, the best defense is offense. As a debater, Dayanand had no equal, and most of his competitors withdrew from engaging with him, many times out of hesitation and the fear of defeat. This, consequently, stemmed the tides of all Hindus easily converting to Christianity. The number of converts started to drastically reduce. Thank you and namaste.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Annika Lachman. The main charges leveled against Hinduism by Christian missionaries and even by British India officials were that Hindus have unfair customs, such as widow burning or sati system, child marriage, woman abuse, untouchability, and human indignity. Their religion was dominated by superstitions and irrational beliefs. Rishi Dayananda argued that none of these were part of the real Hindu religion, and he wanted to purge Hinduism of all the dust and dirt of preceding ages, so it could project itself in its pristine glory among the fraternity of world religions and thereby earn respect. And so, it is not strange that Romain Rolland was the first to describe Dayananda as a Martin Luther fighting against his own misguided church, and further said that Dayananda was the hero with Herculean strength who thundered against all forms of thought that did not amount to logical sense. Thank you and namaste.
In trying to trim the program, I couldn't deny them speaking today. They didn't come for any rehearsal. They live very far away. They live all the way in Schenectady. And this is the only day of all the rehearsed days. This is the only day they could have come. And they practiced with their mom and their dad. And I want to be, just to be nice, yeah, they're shaking their head. Anil and Indra, could you come forward a little bit, please? We are short on time. I'm now trimming the program. I wouldn't be able to call on all the children because I don't want to subtract from the intensity of the program. Come, Anil. They don't want to come, but they're very humble people. This is Anil and Indra, and ever since they started coming here, intermittently, they haven't stopped. Turn and face the audience. Give them a big round of applause. Now, children, again, I will call on 2 more kids, and I wouldn't be able to call on the rest, but I want to be fair. Other than Vinesh and Neil, is there anyone here who didn't get to say something? And please be honest. Neil and Vinesh go on stage. Is there any kid here? I don't want a kid to go home sad that Guruji didn't call you. Is there any child here who didn't get to present one piece? Please be honest and stand. Is there any child here who practiced and who didn't get? I will ask Malika and Surika to sing their song. So Malika and Surika, go up on stage. Is there any other child who did not get to present a piece? I apologize, and Aishwarya too. I apologize to little Aryesh. You know what, I may ask him to, because he plucked up a lot of courage to say, Aryesh, you go up to, I'm going to ask you. All right, do your piece and cut it in half for me if you don't mind. Can you cut yours in half? Where you think is a smart kid. Tell everybody loudly what you want to become. Hurry up.
I want to become a doctor and a pundit when I grow up.
You want to become anything, Neil?
Not necessarily Guruji, but I will continue to devote myself to the Arya Samaj in the Mandir.
What you all owe him? Okay, half and half. Go, you go first.
Namaste, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, pandits, panditas, and Guruji. My name is Neil, and in light of the new year 2079, we would like to provide a synopsis of the Ganga River. The Ganga River is most known among the many rivers of India. Around it is woven much of India's history, tradition, and mythology, as well as its folktales, songs, and literature. Many people are aware that the Ganga River begins its almost endless flowing course from a place called Gangotri, now a well-known town in Uttarkashi in the state of Uttarakhand, North India. At its place of origin, the Ganga water, known as the water coming down from the melted, snow-clad Himalayan mountain ranges, is indeed proven to be pure and pollution-free. But during its long journey of hundreds of miles, this water becomes progressively polluted by sewage of cities and towns, by industrial wastes and by factories and other natural accretions. Many pilgrims congregate at holy places like Haridwar and Banaras to worship the Ganga. But these worshippers are hesitant to take a plunge in this water due to the heavily polluted water causing skin irritation along with other unsolicited reactions. These pilgrims are aware of the purity of the Ganga at its source and lament the sad state that this famous river has now found itself in. Thank you and namaste.
He has shortened his speech.
Namaste. My name is Vinay. The Ganga story is also a story of Arya civilization and Hindu religion. A study of history shows that Arya Vedic civilization was an advanced civilization that predated all other civilizations, and it had made India the prized golden country of the world, for she used to be the international center of knowledge, power, and wealth, and so the spiritual guru of the world. Texts like Veda, Upanishad, Darshana, Ramayana, and Mahabharata used to be beacon lights for thousands of years, showing humanity the path to spiritual freedom. When Dayananda Saraswati appeared on the scene, he sadly found that much of India's pristine glory was lost. The dust and dirt of centuries had accumulated over its real self. Like a clogged Ganga river that had long lost its flow, Arya civilization became clogged and restricted with the sewage waste and dead wood of irrationality and diseased outgrowth that give an ugly face. Over the ages, such senseless practices and customs had crept into Hindu social and religious life that caused educated, intelligent Indians to be hesitant to identify with Hindu religion. Thank you and namaste.
You all heard his voice. Give not only them, and let me not be one-sided, give all the children. Is there anyone, Aryesh? Aryesh, where are you? You will do your poem. I'm rewarding him for the constant botheration he gave to his mom. Mommy, teach me something. Mommy, teach me something. I want to say something. There he is. Go. No, give him this mic.
आर्य हमारा नाम है, सत्य हमारा कर्म, ओम हमारा देव है, वेद हमारा धर्म. Arya is our name, truth Arya is our name, truth is our deed, Om is our God, Ved is our creed. Stay.
Let me see which child, even though I trimmed you apart, let me see which child will forgive me. Stand up. Which child here will forgive me? Turn and face the audience and let them see you. Which one of you is willing to forgive me for having cut your program? I don't think is willing to forgive me. Or which child will not hold me blameworthy? Oh, geez, that mean y'all are leaving here upset with me, right? How many of you are happy with me? Oh my goodness. Hey, Bhagavan. Okay, thank you all very much. You come to me for a letter of recommendation. All right, that being said, we have 2 or 3 small items left. We have, Mahinsati, remind me again. Pallavi is not here. Anyone else from any other? Okay. I would ask Bahin, I want to be respectful to the United Arya Samaj Federation. I will ask Bahin Sati and Bahin Devi to come take a minute each and greet this group. Bahin Sati, come on line, come on stage, and Bahin Devi, please come on stage. Oh, I'm coming to them last. Thank you, Jago. Give Mataji a place to walk. A minute each to the two sisters. Bhai Mukhi is also here. Let me have Bhai Mukhi stand next to you. Bhai Mukhi ji, I didn't see you, but somebody told me. Bhai Mukhi, आप आइए एक बार और इस सभा को संबोधित करें. आपसे निवेदन है.
Vankacharya, Dr. Satish ji, namaste.
Namaste.
And of course, everybody here, Reverend Pandits, Panditas, devotees all. Tonight, it's been a great pleasure to be here at this mandir. I felt, well, I guess all of us felt we were in a sea of knowledge here. And thank you, Dr. Satish, putting all this effort to get the children together. I know how much you worked, and I hope it'll be bearing fruits one day. We will have more and more leaders of the Arya Samaj in our community or in Guyana. As Brian David said, there's lacking of Arya Samaj leaders there. And tonight, we thank the host mandir, Maharishi Dayananda Gurukula, for inviting us here to celebrate the Hindu New Year and the 147th anniversary of the Arya Samaj Foundation. As you know, each year we meet at different mandirs. It's one place I look forward, one event I look forward to visit all these places that host this event. And tonight we are very privileged to be here, and it's such a wonderful program. And I hope you go home with the message that these children has rendered to all of us. I want to remind you that the program continues until next weekend, having on Thursday night at the Arya Samaj USA, and Friday at the Bronx Arya Samaj, and on Saturday at Hillside, New York Arya Samaj. And the big event will be the Multikun Hawan at the ground on April the 10th. And we are so honored and privileged to have the Gurukul coming back and join us at the ground. Congratulations to all of you, and hope everybody come out. This is a historical year. For a long time, we didn't have this kind of community spirit. And let's keep it up in the sake of the Arya Samaj and the growth of the Arya Samaj here and worldwide. I pass it on to my Devi, our president.
Yes. Namaste. And indeed, it is an honor to be among all you esteemed souls, especially Dr. Satish Prakashji. To see that this many children bring back a lot of memories, as the Arya Samaj here in New York took its boost through Dr. Satish and all the founding members of the Samajes in the tri-state area. The United Arya Samaj Federation is the body of mandirs, and we're all leaders, including pandits and presidents, that we all come together to make this body. Currently, we are 12 mandirs, Arya Samaj mandirs in the tri-state area, with Guyana Samaj and Indian Samajes. And every year we keep growing. This pandemic has even grown us more, as so all the social media and all the angles of reaching everyone with programs from our mandir to keep Samaj alive. I take this time to thank all the children especially, and all you members who've come out in your dedication on your journey to your spirituality and your path of enlightenment. When we talk about being in unity, we see it over and over that Swami Dayananda called for unity. Swami Dayananda called for social justice. Swami Dayananda had us all taking the challenge from Guyana to United States, for me, for all of us, for our parents before us, and for all the founding members before us who has set this pace. I hope that this new year and the years to come, we grow in numbers many and many more. Thank you, and a pleasure and honor to be here at Gurukul. Thanks.
Bhai Mukhiji.
Can I just add? I'm sorry I missed out. Tomorrow's host mandir is Mukhiji, Long Island Arya Samaj at 12 noon. So whoever be able to attend, please come You are more than welcome. Can Bukiji say a couple of words?
Yeah, that's why we call him up, yes.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste ji.
Let's say Gayatri Mantra once, and then I will say a few words. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tassavitru.
Let's all join.
Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om. Thank you, Satish ji. And thank you, Bhain Sati and Bhain Devi. They are leading the United Arya Samaj Federation. Actually, presence of so many children just reminds me of my life. When I was 5 years old, we used to live in Karachi, near Karachi. There is a small place called Thatta. And there was a Gurukul which was around 3 hours away from my house. And when I was 5 years old, my father took me there. You know, that's the age when I started my association with Arya Samaj. It came to me from my grandfather, who had worked for that time for Swami Dayananda. He was the one who used to carry the things with him. Chota chote jhande, samagri ke patra. And everywhere, wherever Swami Dayananda used to come in that place in Sindh, he used to attend his address. And from there, my father took it. And from there, I took it and my whole family took it. Over here, first time I came in 1986. That was the time when this hillside Samaj was there only. I met Jigyasuji and Pandit Ramlal. And I got, I was impressed by their lectures. Because they used not to use the mic. Jigyasuji used to say, take away the mic from me. And things started, and after that Arya Samaj has grown here in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and all over USA. Now we have around 48 Arya Samaj, small and big. So when I was listening to the children talking about the past, I thought, let me talk today just what we are at present. We are not in millions, we are in billions Arya Samajis. But yes, we are shy of showing up to Arya Samaj. But whenever we meet somebody, he says, my father was a Arya Samaji, my mother was a Arya Samaji, my aunt used to do this, and she used to do Hajajna every day in home. So we are actually grounded to that level. And we have to carry on this to our extended families and also to our own grandchildren. So when the, folks like you and me, when I tell them, why don't you bring your children? They say they don't listen to us. I said, okay, children don't listen, leave them alone. But your grandchildren listen to you because you are Nana, Nani, Dada, Dadi. So if you bring your grandchildren to Arya Samaj, your children will follow them. They will come to pick them up. They will come to pick you up. And then at that time they will attend your services and sometimes they get interested and then they will find time. So the idea is that how we should grow. That's the one way of growing. Other way is that we have to attract our youth, which Dr. Satish Prakash is doing a lot. and other Arya Samaj are also doing. So in a way, I just want to convey to you is that Arya Samaj is a grown organization. We are not undergrown. We are growing every day, every minute, and we are adding more and more members. And we are opening more and more Arya Samaj. So never get disheartened. Never get attracted by other face. Believe in yourself and keep marching. Keep the Om Jhanda up. With this, I bow to all of you, especially to the children. The hard work which you guys are doing, I appreciate it. We have learned a lot. You know, when the Gurukul was inaugurated, I was here. I know how hard people have worked here. It was nothing. Now look at it. Everywhere you see brightness. A prakash aa gaya yahan par. A jyoti jag gayi yahan par. So only thing is that we have to talk to others. We should not be shy of talking to others, saying that we are Arya Samaji. We have a Arya Samaj, which is a Gurukul here. We have Arya Samaj in Hillside. We have Arya Samaj in Briarwood. We have Arya Samaj in Bronx. Let them know, because otherwise they say, we don't know where the Arya Samaj is here. Never knew. 20 years I've been here, but I never heard of Arya Samaj, because we don't tell them. So please, even if you go in a subway, talk to them. Tell them about Arya Samaj. Keep a small booklet and give it to them. Pass on the flyers. Then only it will happen. Of course, in today's life, the social media is the best. At least do that. Instead of forwarding other things, forward Arya Samaj messages. Dr. Steve Prakash has been writing so many things. I don't see comments. I think people are not reading it. They don't have time. But when I read, it reminds me of my past, and sometimes I share with him. And you know, that way at least let us read, let us absorb, and let us pass on to that. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti. But I must congratulate you on this day. Today is a New Year day for all Hindus. And it's a Navratra also. So all good activities have started. So please help us to grow, Arya Samaj to grow, and work for it more elegantly. Thank you.
Round of applause.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, brothers, and thank you, Bhai Mukhiji. All of you say, Bhai Mukhiji, bahut bahut dhanyawad. I wanted DH, not done, done. Bahut bahut dhanyawad. Excellent. You are great Hindi speakers. Now, we're coming to an end. Bhai Krishan, come here, please. All right, we're going to come to an end now. Aishwarya, Malika, and Sarika will sing a song, Arya Samaj Karta, Veda Ka Prachar Hai. I'll tell you when. Bhai Krishan. Before we end, I'm kindly asking all of you, Bhai Krishan, before we come to an end, I must kindly beg you, not ask you, beg you. We're going to come around with baskets to ask for a dawn. Please give. Even the children. Hey, you kids. Even the children. You can give me at least $1. It'll help pay for the electricity. All of you on stage, I want at least $1 from you. And from your parents, I want something substantial from you. Bahin Renuka and Vijay, have your baskets ready. This is the time to go around. Go Malika, Sarika, and Aishwarya. And this comes to be coming to an end.
आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता
managers.
आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। महर्षि दयानंद ने आन के हमको जगाया, विश्व की करके गाया, जगत को अमृत पिलाया। महर्षि दयानंद ने आन के हमको जगाया, विश्व की करके गाया, जगत को अमृत पिलाया। जहर देने वाले से भी किया उसने प्यार था, किया उसने प्यार था। आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। रफारियों की बजरनी धुंध भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ईश्वर की आज दिल से नर नारी। हर तरफारियों की बजरनी धुंध भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ईश्वर की आज दिल से नर नारी। ज्योति स्वरूप वे सुखों का बकार था, सुखों का बकार था। आज भी है और
By Krishan, they shouldn't leave. Please tell them they shouldn't leave.
समाज करता वेद का
We're not done
प्रचार
yet.
है, वेद का
Krishan.
प्रचार है। आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा।
Thank you very much. Give the children a big round of applause. I'm kindly asking, the program is not quite done. If you have to use the bathroom, I understand, but please don't leave. Some of us have already left. You need to have the prasad of the program. Please don't go away. Boys, take off the lights. Go. Say it. Say it.
Namaste, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers of Gurukula, and the United Arya Samaj Federation. On behalf of Guruji, Dr. Satish Prakash, I encourage all of you to come join with us and chant praises to Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati. For on this day, April 10th, 1875, he established the Arya Samaj.
Put your palms together, everybody. This is our way of thanking. Rohan, would you and Ajay go bring that big picture from the back and bring it in front? They're giving out copies of much of what we have done today. I ask you to take it home, read it, take it to your Samaj, take it to your Sanatan Dharam Mandir. It's filled with positive things, even by Derek G's here in Naro. Take it to your church and let us all take a dip in the lake of these positive ideas of history and of a future vision that we have focused on today. Is that your scale? That's your scale?
Yes, Bishop.
Pandit Bharat, come here. Make way for the photograph. Who are the children reading? You have to come closer to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come closer and I'll pass the mic to you.
I got you, Guru.
Give me a mic.
I
Give
got
me
you.
an extra mic.
I got you.
Okay. Pandit Bharat will chant with me. With all of you, please put your palms together. Look at the red. Shantakaram
Sindhu Adityam Brahmacharinam Gurum Devam Dayanandam Vande Vedavidamvaram Tapaha Putam Dayopitam Satyarthasya Prakashakam Vande Devam Dayanandam Vishwavanyam Jagadgurum Pradyachakshum Gurum Vande Virajananda Dandinam Tatshishyam Cha Dayanandam Vande Pakhanda Khandinam Shuddha Chaitanya Rupena Siddho Yo Mula Shankaraha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha.
All parents and children, look at the last two red lines. Listen to me and please say after me. Namastasmai, Namastasmai. Say that.
Namastasmai Namastasmai
Namastasmai, Namo Namaha.
Namastasmai Namo Namaha. Anandascha dayayayo yasyopante saraswati Namastasmai 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 Maharishi.
Parents and children, listen. Namastasmai, Namastasmai. Say that.
Namastasmai Namastasmai
Namastasmai Maharshaye.
Namastasmai Maharishi. Vedasam uddhritayena satyarthascha prakashitaha Namastasmai 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 Maharishi.
Audience, Namastasmai, Namastasmai. Everyone.
Namastasmai Namastasmai
Namastasmai Maharshaye.
Namastasmai Maharishi.
Hold a minute. First translator, hold 1 second. Go.
I bow to and salute Rishi Dayananda Saraswati. He had a tranquil appearance. He was the ocean of mercy, a lifelong brahmachari, and a supreme scholar.
Second translator.
I bow to Rishi Dayananda Saraswati. He was purified by rigorous austerity, and he shed light on the meaning of truth. He is a teacher revered by people all over the
Third
world.
translator.
I bow to Guru Virjananda Dandi, and I acknowledge his intuitive vision. I also bow to his student Rishi Dayanand. The two of them, teacher and student, gave to all humanity a simple, logical path to follow.
Fourth translator.
Salutations again and again to that Maharishi whose childhood name was Mu Shankar, and who had achieved pure consciousness in his later youth while he held a second name, Shuddha Chaitanya.
And final translator.
Salutations again and again to that Maharishi whose first name was made up of the words Daya, compassion, and Ananda, bliss, and which name is followed by the word Saraswati, the river of flowing wisdom. Dayananda Saraswati was that person who incorporated compassion and bliss in his life and ultimately took a plunge in the flowing river of wisdom.
I need one more translator. Is there another one? Go. Here.
Salutations again and again to that Maharishi who complied the encyclopedic text called Satyar Prakash, the light of truth, which contains the essence of the teachings of the Vedas.
Okay. Stage managers, we need, okay, you may take that back, please. We need 2 chairs, one for Pandita Indravati and one for Ajay, and one for Pandita Gayatri. We need Dr. Nicole, we need Dara Jagdish, we need Pandita Sunita. Please come forward as you hear your names. Put on the lights, everybody. Ajay, Pandit Bharat, help Didi Gayatri. Pandita Sunita. Okay. Pandita Nicole will pass the certificate to Dara Jagdish and he will read the names. And then they will pass the certificate, the first half to Pandita Gayatri and the second half to Pandita Indrauti. And when you hear your name, you will come up, you will bow first, receive your certificate. Stage managers need leadership here, and then the child will return to his or her seat. Put the children back, put them back. I need more leadership. Pandit Bharat, if there is any way that you can lend a hand there, this part we didn't rehearse. See what you can do. I need for one person to read the names and Dr. Nicole, you and Dara Jagdish have to stand next to each other. Put a chair there where you can rest the certificates. Put it down, put it down. Pass it on to Dara Jagdish. He will read the name, but before you read the name, Dara Jagdish, read the text of the certificate. Take this mic. Very good. Good leadership.
Om Kranvanto Vishwam Aryam, making the universe noble. The Maharishi Dayananda Gurukula, Jamaica, New York, Ocean Blue Iflet, West Coast Demerara, Guyana, Certificate of Appreciation awarded to the name of the student for outstanding service to the Gurukula, dated year of creation 1972-949-122, Vikram, year 2079, the Chaitra Shukla Dvitiya, Dayananda, year 198, Saturday, April 2nd, 2002. Long live Ved, long live Dharma. Signed by Dr. Satish Prakash, Vyakaranacharya. First certificate goes to Aryavir Devansh Malik.
Stand the student up quickly. Devansh Malik. He's not here, but he can decide. Next.
Nidhi Babar.
Next.
Pavali Babar.
Pallavi not here. Next.
Anand Prasad.
He's not here. Next.
Ariana Vinita Prasad.
Yes, she's here. Could you stand quickly, Ariana? Stage managers, they need better leadership.
Call the next name.
Ishwar Prasad. Satyavesh Sohan.
Stand quickly.
This is Ishwar. Come Ishwar.
Next name.
Sanjay Garib.
Next name.
Satyavesh.
Agnivesh Sohan.
Next name.
Jaya Devi Garib.
Keep going.
Deva Nitin Gulchan.
Next.
Neil Anish Sukra,
Jai Devi.
Surya Kiran Chatragun,
You are Devin, right? Okay, very good. Neil.
Vinod Shrestha Gulchan,
Neil, good job. Keep it. Let's stay. Surya.
Reshma Maniram,
Surya. Good girl. Keep it up.
Parmeshwar Arjun,
Vinod. Yes, good job. God bless you.
Anil Deepu, Minesh Sumer, Arjun,
Parmeshwar, right? Anil.
Jitesh Sumer,
Dinesh. Good job.
Adarsh Prasad, Nyaya Runali Kumar,
No, go first. Touch. Adarsh is down here, right?
Krishna Garib,
Naya.
Aryavir Devansh Malik,
You were your kid.
Taj Mangra, Aditya Kumar Maniram, Vishabhushan Gulchan, Kevin Devendra C. Kumar, Aryesh Mangra, Aishwarya Prasad,
Kevin.
Aishwarya Prasad, Manisha Subkaran, Chaitan Anthony Lachman, Chasen Austin Lachman,
Combination. Very good. Good job. Keep it up.
Sachin Lachman,
Shaitan. Good job. Keep it up. Jason. Good job.
Anika Devi Lachman, Kevin Gaurinath, Nishta Jaikaran,
Very good. Good job.
Vinesh Nischal Prasad, Kavita Gaurinath,
Kevin. Very good. Good job.
Sandhya Prasad,
Combination. Dinesh here. Very good job. Keep it up. Okay. Okay.
Nala Devi,
Kavita.
Sukra,
Very good.
Avinash Prasad, Avinash Prasad,
Nala.
Nolan Amish Sukra,
Nolan is here? Oh, okay.
That's it? That's it, everybody?
We have the certificate there for him.
Who?
Nolan?
That concludes our certificates over here, Guruji. Do you have more?
There are some others whom we would like to honor because we never had the opportunity to do so. And this is now a big institution, and it takes quite a few personnel to turn the wheel of this institution on a daily basis. And we would like to express our gratitude to all these different people. Here they are.
Pandita Dayawanti Tulsi,
Pandita Priya, would you please come forward? Where are you? Nani, where are you?
नीचे चले गए.
Okay.
Pandit Navendra Prabhudayal,
What happened to Malika and Sarika? You didn't get their names? You didn't get Sarika and Malika?
hold on.
Good job. Keep up the good work.
Sarika and Malika.
Chan, we apologize to you. Those two names were missing. We will correct it before you leave. Chan,
Pandita,
wait. I would like you to offer 2 mock certificates, but I want their names to be called. Hold a minute. Malika, step forward. Aishwarya, step forward. Sarika, step forward. Chan and the entire Sangha family, we humbly apologize. That was my error. I did not submit those names. Deshaun? Okay, hold a minute. Stay right here, or else I'll forget. Sit right here. Deshaun, you called his name today.
We did call Deshaun.
Yes. We called his name and he didn't. Oh, go now. You see, your name was there. Naya, your name wasn't called?
Come, Disha. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Disha.
What did you say? Your sister. Okay. Okay. All right, watch me, Dr. Nicole. Her sister didn't get one. We'll call her name. She will come up, and before they leave, you will issue a certificate. Call her name, please. What's her name?
Nasia.
Chinasia. Chinasia, stand up. Go there. Go over there. Aishwarya, Malika, and Sarika, were your names called? Were your names called, Malika and Sarika? Could you please answer me? Did you go up? Okay, we'll get you a certificate just now. Who else? Who is cousin? Akash? Akash! Was your name called? Go up now. What's your full name, Akash? Write it down. Akash, go. When you finish writing that name, go up now. Akash Ramphal, go. We humbly apologize to the Sangha family. That was my error. Because of busyness in my brain, I didn't get to and to have their names added. I apologize.
I'll change it before you leave.
Parents, look around and tell me if we're missing. And if it's missing, it's my fault. I didn't get to include the name. Next name.
Lock the door.
Rajiv Singh,
That's Raju.
keeps it to the side.
Call it external.
Pandita Sunita Sokram,
Sonia and Videsh, I don't think Surya's name is there. Come see me, please.
Surya's name was there.
Was her name called?
Her name
Okay, very good. Go, baby, I'll get you a certificate. Yes.
Pandita Sunita,
What happened? Could you speak louder? Okay, next.
Ajay Ramotar,
Walk faster, Ajay.
Devanand Kumar Samwaru, Pandit Dev,
Next. Vishwa, come over here.
Good job, Ajay.
Pandita Amrita Singh, Pandita Priya Lal,
Who's that?
Pandita Priya,
Pandita Priya, come forward. There is food downstairs and some people are leaving our food and that's not nice.
God bless you. So,
Pandita Liani Mangra,
Come forward, Liani.
Priya, right? Priya, God bless you. Keep up the good work.
Pandita Nivedita Prasad,
Hurry up. Next.
Pandita Padmini Prasad.
Walk faster, Padmini, after her.
Pandita Rukmin Girao.
Hurry up, Sai. Keep in routing and then and Gayatri for the last.
Pandita Amrita Prasad.
That's Padmini, take it for your mom. Take it for your mom. She's here. Pandita Amrita, come.
There it is.
I'll separate it. Padmini, God bless you.
So call yourself?
Amrita Prasad.
No.
Okay.
That's it. It's just me.
God bless you.
I'm calling Dorothy.
We got
Call
a
me.
print one for Pandita Usha. Pandita Dr. Nicole Besesar.
She has worked like everybody else. She's a newcomer to Gurukul, and we thank her. Neeraj, she's from Trinidad. Where's Neeraj? Everybody left.
No, Neeraj to the back.
Okay, I saw him. Don't leave, I have to talk to you.
Let me call you.
And I have a great book to announce in a minute. Don't go away. The icing and the cake is right here. Some of you will like this. Go ahead.
Pandit Jagdish P. Sukhu.
God bless you.
So, Dr. Satish, I'm left with Pandita Indravati and Pandita Gayatri.
Thank you, Jack. God bless you. No. Pandita, don't make her come down. Don't make her, she might fall. She might fall. And you don't need to come. You're Pandita. Don't make me tell you. Just go take your certificate. You're older than me. 3 years. And if I'm 68, they can guess how old you are. Just go take it, idea.
And we have the last one we have that we didn't print one is our singer, Pandita Usha.
And you didn't print one?
We didn't print one, but we'll give her one.
Oh. Pandita Usha, go. Thank you, Pandita. Pandita, tell them you're 71. Pandita, I never see you look so nice. You must have been to Liberty. Did you go to Liberty, Pandita?
Where'd you 101 Avenue?
Who? What? Oh, she went to 101. She went to Sanskriti. Very nice. Are we done? Who is missing? Okay. Hi. Now I have a great book to announce.
Usha.
What's your name again? Vidyadev. Here we go. We have Bhai Vidyadev. Here he is. He wrote an excellent book on how to learn Hindi. Listen to me, everybody. An excellent book on how to learn Hindi. Bhai Leon, I want you to take a shot of this. And here is the writer, Bhai Vidyadev, originally from Clonbrook, Guyana. And he wrote this book. It's in 3 parts. It's $10 a piece. If you need copies of this, and I encourage you strongly to take copies, here is Bhai Vidyadev. He already gave me a complimentary set, so I wouldn't take this. Bhai Vidyadev, you can use this for the audience. Thank you. And he has given you literature on the book, and it's coming around. Please take it and read it. The books are available with him and from him. Yes?
We have one more, Guruji.
Who? Who?
Miteshwar Prasad.
Oh my God, and you all left the Swami there. Mitesh, come. And you all didn't put his name on? Sandhya was your name on? Those who didn't get certificates, stay back and come next to me. Those of you who didn't get certificates, stay back and come next to me. Miteshwar Prasad Swami Dayanand. Raise your 2 hands and say, Maharishi Dayananda ki. What kind of jai is that? Maharishi Dayananda ki. God, you can't go a little louder? Let me hear you. Raise your 2 hands. Maharishi Dayananda ki. That's it. Go take your certificate. It will be an honor for you all to snap a picture of him.
It was on the computer. I'm going to give you this.
Oh, so you all did have a certificate for him? Take off your mask, let them get a picture of you. Very nice. Is there anything else? भक्त जनों के संकट
क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
विषय विकार अलबस
विषय विकार मिटाओ आप हरो देवा ओ स्वामी आप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथ शांति पाठः ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति रापः शान्ति रोषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वेदेवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेव ॐ शान्तिः 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 प्रेम से बोलो ओंकार भगवान की जय वेदोधार महर्षि दयानंद की जय ब्रह्मर्षि स्वामी विरजानंद की जय मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय भगवती माता सीता की जय योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय
Namaste, thank you everybody. And let me tell you before you go, listen, I won't keep you more than half a minute. We have a ton of food downstairs, Anoop, and nobody should leave. Is Subhas here? Is Subhas here? We have a ton of food downstairs. I'm asking you, please report downstairs and have your meal. You wear your shoes and you go downstairs and you have your meal. Thank you very much. Bye, Vivek. Namaste. And to our internet audience, we say thank you very much for being with us. We see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for the regular Sunday satsang.